My God, look at these cats. We got these tube tunnels recently and they freaking love them. It's crazy. You trying to tickle the attention? You trying to tickle the attention? Hey, what's up guys? Bebop Vox, Keith, also known as. I wanted to talk to you guys about very specific things because I took a break from YouTube for about, 7 months. Let's call it 7 months, to a year. But life gets in the way and I really wanted to talk about that. So this video is only for those people who care, about what's going on behind the scenes. Otherwise, keep watching the channel for all the awesome content that I love making, that I love entertaining you with gaming content, high quality editing like in the new series I just released. Because basically I didn't want to release a video like this, just talking a bunch of schmack, without actually showing you awesome stuff. And that Pogo series, the Pokemon Go series with drones and everything I just filmed with, that was it. I wanted to upload that before, like stuff's on the way, I swear, so I was basically dealing with life between all that time. So that's what this video is about. So let's get to it. Now I want to go ahead and get the simple stuff out of the way, all right? So the simple stuff, as you guys know, I used to be in the Air Force. No matter what you guys subscribe for, whatever you favorited, the reason, whatever video, the whole time, everything you were watching over the last ever on this channel, essentially, because I've been in the Air Force for 10 years. I was in the Air Force while making these videos for you guys. Over here, it just like we put in my old awards and stuff from traveling. Different squadrons I've been in, all the different squadrons I've been in over 10 years as you deploy around the world. But basically I was fixing airplanes for those 10 years. So I was working on KC-135s, AWACS, C-130 airplanes. And basically that was me. I spent 80-90% of my life doing that, and then that 10% would be for YouTube videos and making you guys entertained, but also more importantly, it was my escape. If you look on this channel is like 10 years old, like so old. It has Second Life videos on it from like back when I needed money for college and I would make Second Life wedding videos. So it's a very old channel. It's been through a lot. I've been through a lot. So, but mostly the entire channel has been all during the Air Force. So there was basically all that stress, all that Air Force stress that was always going on behind the scenes, my unhealthy habits of non-stop drinking caffeine. It's the crew chief culture and the Air Force culture. When you launch planes, you send them out or you fix them, and then you come back and hang out with your buddies drinking Red Bull. So I've stopped that almost completely. I just have regular coffee now, so, but good God, my habits were unhealthy. Let's talk about some serious stuff now. The other thing I realized was really unhealthy that I was doing was drinking so much. Because, you just sometimes have a stress reliever. Everybody has their stress reliever. So actually I built my own favorite bar before I discovered that. I wanted to stop drinking. I just stopped drinking. July 4th last year, I stopped drinking. So now I just drink root beer. I'm a root beer connoisseur. I love it. So I go to World Market and stuff like that and just buy different kinds of root beer. So anyway, the point is that we all have our own stress relievers, and they're unhealthy sometimes. So I am, over this year, I've been in the process of just bettering my life and really discovering what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Because that Air Force side wasn't there anymore. I didn't know who I was. And then the only way I could discover that, I found, was by just being me, discovering privacy. Just an example. It's weird because a YouTuber doesn't have privacy typically. I've also never just been a YouTuber. I've been an Air Force person who happened to make YouTube videos, and then, they happen to change his life. So, so I'm actually kind of learning to become a YouTuber. What can I say? I guess that would be the best way to put it. A healthy one at that. So my habits have completely changed since you've met me. So okay, we already talked about that. So we cut out caffeine, alcohol, and I'm working out. So yay! So anyway, so that's the easy stuff to talk about. Just look how cute he is. Unfortunately, now I have to talk about like the real life stuff, and that is family stuff. So I've never talked about family stuff, and there's not really specifically a reason other than it's not really my permission. You know what I mean? So like my family has their own lives, they do their own things, and I don't. This relationship, it doesn't need extended family and knowledge of that. But I mean, there are some things that obviously are thrown into the spotlight. As you guys know, a couple of years ago, my mom did pass away. Obviously in the Air Force, I was stationed overseas, and we just got a phone call, and then we handled it. We flew over. But unfortunately, while it was happening, my dad, his health drastically declined, and we just absolutely had no idea what was happening. We found out during that process his health was diminishing, mostly because of Alzheimer's, that's how you pronounce it. So if you guys don't know what Alzheimer's is, it's basically a deterioration of memory. You can't get it back. It can bleed over into cognitive abilities. And so the thing that we quickly discovered was that people with Alzheimer's do things that you don't expect ever. They also don't realize they're doing a lot of things. So watching your dad, family members and stuff like that with Alzheimer's, I'm sure you guys can comment down below. It's a horrible disease, and I'm sure there's other people who can relate to it. And now it's to the state that we've had to put him into a memory home. Well, I mean, it's a home, but they also have a memory care unit to help just slow down the disease, really. So that is what we've been learning about, dealing with. So my dad, in the meantime, we tried to have him live with my brother and his wife and family and that for a little bit to help take care of him while we were diagnosing him. It hasn't been easy whatsoever, and it's nothing that I wanted to deal with on camera. It's nothing that I wanted to expose through that process because it was so chaotic. So now that the chaos has it's teamed down a bit, I'm able to talk about it. So, well, kind of, but this isn't a disease that is recoverable, unfortunately. So, I've basically been coping with a lot of that kind of stuff. Our family's been coping, and none of it's been easy. So, the last thing I ever wanted to do was have that reflect and brought upon my channel, because it's not really a vlog channel. This is an entertainment channel. It always has been. And I just have fun. This channel has always been my outlet. I mean, the Bebop Vox channel, what we have, this relationship, I've always just wanted to entertain you guys and uncrap your day. But we have crappy days too. So, and sometimes they're longer than a day. With that said, I think I can go ahead and move on topics. So I'd like to talk about some other things. You're so cute, Timo. Tibbers is like, man, I'm cute too. Yeah, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about some other stuff. So my wife, Jennifer, she is now a licensed mortician. Well, I think she still needs to do the more hours at places. But she spent a year in school to become a funeral director and to learn everything. Now, I'll leave that to you guys, to Google it or something. But funeral, it's everything. She does everything. But more importantly, her biggest thing is helping families through rough times, being able to take care of their loved one so that they can see them one last time. And so death is a common subject around this household. So we talk about a lot of scenarios and things that have happened at work. But I'm going to leave that there because, I mean, it's really kind of crazy because, actually, I had two morticians in the house at one time because, a person she went to school with was falling on some hard times. So she helped her out and had her in our extra room. And so she was also doing school at the same time. Her name was Allison. And basically two morticians in the house, so double the stories. It was crazy. So, and that's going to be continuous. So, obviously. So that's the thing now. This felt like so much cat hair in my mouth. So that is a whole new thing we were adjusting ourselves to, our lives. because it was a big adjustment. What can I say? All right, guys, now in this update, I really didn't want to talk about like content at all because it's more about what's going on behind the scenes. It's more about what's going on with my life. But most of all, you're always going to get content that's awesome on this, that I feel is awesome because I edited it or something. Or, you know, I filmed it and produced it and I'm passionate about gaming and making high quality gaming content. Not just like Let's Plays, but edited Let's Plays, like ones that are, you know, involve drones or something, like in Pokemon Go, Pogo the series I just did. But it's stuff like that. I want to discover new ways that people aren't doing things. There's a lot of ideas I want to produce. I have to wait on technology with some of them. But yeah. I just wanted to mostly say thank you. Thank you for always supporting me. And most of all, I want to say thank you to those who reply to other comments almost on my behalf because I don't regulate my comments. Like I don't, besides the obvious racist and homophobia, all that, you know what I mean, common sense, right? So you'd be surprised someone on the internet, obviously. But you guys have defended me. A lot of you guys you guys get it. A lot of you guys understand that, you know, life happens and sometimes you can get a little crazy. And I don't always want to show that crazy because I want to process it and really consume it and understand it as a human myself without always showing it. But anyway, besides that though, I do plan on making weekly regular shows. I'm not going to set any date. I do plan for them to be soon. I've already destroyed old sets, and rebuilt new ones. But most of all, I now want to focus the content around what matters and what I want to make. So yeah, you guys are going to have awesome stuff. That's the point. So, but the biggest point is thank you for always supporting me, because a lot of you guys do understand life. All right, guys, that's it for me. I hope I think I've said everything. Of course, I'm going to check this out later and be like, I totally didn't even mention this. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, as always, supporting me, and I will see you guys next time. As always, keep being awesome, and make sure to pet your cat tonight. These guys are passed out. I was playing with them all day. Anyway, guys, check you later. Bye.